Hi, welcome to Matthew's Morsels for One. I'm your host, Marisa Vega, and on today's show, I'm super excited to say we have two special guests. We have Marjorie Thompson, who is PSW to Matthew's House Hospice, and she's going to be making cheese dreams. And we also have Charlene Bernard, who is the registered nurse for Matthew's House Hospice, and she's going to be making a delicious chicken Caesar wrap. I'm excited today because I have two special guests. First of the two is Marjorie Thompson.
Hello.
Welcome, Marjorie.
Hi.
Marjorie, why don't you tell our viewers a little bit about yourself?
Well, my name is Marjorie, and I've been working at Matthew's House going on 7 years now.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm a personal support worker there.
Fantastic. And as a personal support worker, run me through a day in the life of Marjorie Thompson at Matthew's House.
Okay, well, I get to come in the morning and I get to meet all my co-workers who are fantastic. And we have a little bit of a meeting together at 8 o'clock in the morning, and we go have a report so that they let us know what's going on with the residents. And then we make our way through all the different rooms and introduce ourselves and make sure everybody is okay, and then plan our day.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
What is the best thing about working at Matthew's House, being a support worker at Matthew's House?
There's a lot of different things. So one is the staff. They're fantastic to work with. Two would have to be the residents that you get to meet, and you do make quite a good relationship with the families. So, and meeting the families and getting to discuss different things. Like today I was talking about football with one of the residents' families. So you get to make a little bit of a relationship with people.
Do you have a favorite story? Do you have something that really touched your heart, moved you?
Oh,
I bet you there's a lot. I know, I'm putting you on the spot.
No, there is a lot. I had to work with Mandy, who is a friend of ours, a co-worker. Her father was a resident at our house, and I knew him from public school.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I knew him long time ago. And if you had told me when I was a little girl, being 7, 8 years old, that I would be looking after someone I knew at the end of life, I would have said no. There's no way I would do something like that. I didn't think I'd be that brave. I didn't think I would have that in me to do that. So it was quite an experience to have someone like that in my life, and then be there for their final moment at end of life because I was with him.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
So,
well, thank you for sharing a little bit about that, Marjorie. That's fantastic. And now let's get to cooking. Marjorie, this looks amazing. What are we making today?
Thank you. Well, they're called cheese dreams. It's something my mom used to make us when we were kids. And it's very simple and easy to do at home.
This is fantastic. I love it.
Thank you.
So what are talk about some of the ingredients that we've got here, if you can't tell.
Okay, yeah. So when we were kids, you'd have extra hamburger or hot dog buns left over. So my mom would open them up, put some butter on them and cheese and tomato and bacon, and then you grill them.
That's
so it's kind of using up a little bit of leftovers and stuff like that from the hot dogs.
That's great. I love that. That's so cute.
Thanks.
And what are they called again?
Cheese dreams.
Cheese dreams.
And you can modify them. You could put chicken on them if you like, or onion, anything else. It's great.
That's so cute. All right. So what do we need? What are the ingredients that we need for this?
Well, we have hamburger buns today, a little bit of butter, cheese, 2 different types, because you can use the processed cheese if you like, or the hard cheese, cheddar cheese, bacon, and tomato.
Fantastic. This is beautiful.
Thank you.
All right, so what do we do? What's our first step?
You just take the buns, and we're going to put a little bit of butter on them. And you can use parchment paper, or just, you don't have to have anything. You can just use the pan if you like.
Right. Now, if somebody's trying to be a little bit health conscious, could they use basil? Would that be okay?
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, you can use anything that you like. You don't even have to use butter if you don't want to.
Okay.
Yeah, and you can use like cream cheese or anything that you like.
All right.
Yeah, it's kind of just your own
variation. Yeah, your own creation, absolutely. And I say all the time, baking is a science, but cooking you can definitely alter. You can take things out that you don't like, you can add things in, absolutely, all to your own liking.
Yeah.
And then you've got some...
And it's fun.
It is fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
I love it. And then the joy that you see from your family.
Yeah, so I have 2 different kinds of cheese here. It's kind of getting sticky, but I'll put this here. I'll use the processed cheese. And again, you can use whatever you like. You can use Swiss cheese, anything. And then this is the cheddar cheese.
The shredded cheddar there.
Yeah. One of our volunteers was awesome, Kathy Thompson. She shredded the cheese for me.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah, she did. She was helping.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Yeah.
And now, obviously, how much cheese you put on is
It's,
all up to
again,
personal preference,
yeah,
right?
Absolutely. I like lots, but
Yeah. Now, I'm a Swiss cheese girl myself. What kind of cheese do you like?
yeah, I like all kinds. I'm not a Swiss cheese fan, but I like cheddar cheese and
cheddar.
Provolone's nice.
Yes.
Brie's nice.
Yes. Oh, brie.
So
Brie
you-
would be delicious.
Yeah. So
What
as
if
you get
did-
older, you kind of learn different cheeses.
Right?
When you're a kid, this is all we had. So
Yeah, no, it's true, it's true.
Yeah.
But I'm just thinking now, brie, oh my goodness, for Christmas, how nice would it be like brie and some cranberry and some maybe leftover turkey?
perfect. Absolutely.
That would be delicious. Oh my goodness. And then we've got some bacon there.
Bacon, yep. So I'm just going to, you don't need, you can put the whole slice on if you like. If it's a hot dog bun, you might want 2 strips, longer. But this I'm just going to break up and.
And so you've got 4 here. You're making 4.
Yeah, I'm just making 4.
I thought. Okay, so they're open face.
Yes, they're open face.
Oh, nice. And so how many slices of bacon do you have there?
Just so 1, 2, 3, 4. That's
Yeah,
it.
4 slices of bacon.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Now you can also use turkey bacon if you wanted.
Absolutely.
Is there a vegetarian version of turkey? I'm sure there is. You can use that if you wanted.
Yeah.
And now, so for the pack of bacon that you use, would you cook it all up and then maybe freeze some of it for later on? Would you cook it all up and leave it in your fridge and use it for other recipes? What would you do? Because if someone, Matthew's Morsels for One is out there for one person, maybe give some ideas to our viewers what they can do. Well, buying a whole pack, they think, oh my goodness, I'm just one person.
Yeah. So yeah, absolutely. You could cook it all, and you can cook it in the microwave, or you can cook it. I like it on parchment paper in the oven. I find the bacon cooks the best that way. It's not making a mess.
Yes.
It cooks evenly. Doesn't take very long. Like you put the oven on at like 350 and leave it in for about 10-15 minutes, and it's perfect.
Yes.
Then you take it out, wrap it up in some paper towel to take the excess grease off. Use what you want, and you can put some in a Ziploc bag, put it in the freezer or in a Tupperware container and keep it in the fridge. And it probably lasts you like 4 days.
4 days. That's really good. Yeah. And then you can use it for other
sandwiches.
Recipes.
Yeah, sandwiches, grilled
Salads.
cheese, salads, anything. Yeah.
Fantastic. And now, so do we add any pepper? Do you add anything to this, or?
I never used to. This is basically how my mom made it. But I'm sure once you've done cooking it, you could add anything on top. You could put garlic salt on it if you wanted to.
That's nice.
Maybe parsley. Yeah. Anything.
And how many tomatoes have you got in here?
I've got 3.
You got 3?
But they were little, as you can see. They were small. They're from the garden. They're fresh. Yeah.
And then the shredded cheese is about, what would you say? That was about a half a cup?
Yeah.
A half a cup of shredded cheese, and then you had 2 slices just for some extra added cheese.
Yeah.
Oh, and I noticed that on the ones where you put the slices, you didn't put the shredded cheese.
No, that's just like that's just
a different version.
Cheese. Yeah, different version.
A
absolutely.
different version.
Yeah,
that's wonderful. They look absolutely amazing. And now from this point, what do we do?
We're going to put them in the oven and just broil them just enough till the cheese is melted. So just a few minutes.
Yummy.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah, and it's great. And this is stuff we can make for the residents at Matthew's house. So we do make food for the residents, and we also make food for the families.
The families, yes.
Yeah.
I know. I was telling in an earlier show that every day we do serve soup and some kind of sandwich, and this would be lovely to serve them.
Yeah,
Very
and it's
delicious.
simple. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fantastic, and it's quick to do.
Absolutely.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, let's put it on broil here.
Okay.
We'll put and start. There you go. We can put that right in there.
Thank you.
And what would you say about 2?
On broil, yeah, it'd probably only take a couple of minutes. So you have to keep your eye on the oven or set an alarm for it.
Very good. And now with this here, you could just wrap it up and you can...
Yeah, or you could have made an extra one. I just brought an extra, I only brought 2 buns, so it made 4. Yeah.
Well, that's okay. This you can easily put into a grilled cheese. You can actually throw that on a salad.
Yep, or just on some toast and have a sandwich with some lettuce.
That sounds lovely. That sounds lovely.
Yeah.
Marjorie, you had mentioned something very interesting, and I thought it was worth speaking about. So if you wouldn't mind speaking about it, you had said you cook also for the residents.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about that, because I know sometimes in the community there's a question.
Okay, so as our residency has grown, like before our residence was only 4 bed. So we used to take people in with a little bit lower PPS. So when people came in, they were a little bit poorer in health, so they couldn't swallow properly, they weren't eating, they didn't have an appetite. But as we've developed into a bigger community or a bigger house where we are now, people are coming in. We have caregiver relief. So people come in for caregiver relief. They're in for 2 weeks or sometimes 3 weeks at a time. So these people are coming in, they're mobile, they're walking, they're eating, stuff like that. So we do prepare food for people like that and help them shower and make their meals. As long as they're capable of swallowing and eating, whatever they like, we can make for them. Same as residents. We're getting people with higher PPS now, so they might be coming in at 40, sometimes 50% when they first get there. So yes, they can eat, they can swallow, they can have whatever they like. But as the disease process, takes its toll on somebody, their PPS will start to go down. So people will not be able to swallow maybe solid foods, so we'll have to go down to maybe a puree food, and then from puree food just to puddings and applesauce. And near end of life, people do lose their appetite and they do not want to eat. So until they reach that point, yes, we give them what they can or they can tolerate.
Thank you so much for clearing that up. That's wonderful. Thank you for clearing that up.
You're welcome.
And also, my understanding is that we could cause, what's it called? Aspiration.
Yes.
And you don't want to do that.
No. So, of course, being loved one, food is life. So we have a lot of family that are continually trying to have their family member eat and drink and stuff because it's life. It's what we know. But unfortunately, sometimes the food and the fluids do cause more harm to somebody, and they can aspirate, which makes them very ill, and they can have an aspiration pneumonia, which it's not nice. It's not nice for the resident. So
thank you so much for explaining that. That is a big myth out there.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for explaining that.
And I feel bad for the families. It's very hard on us to have to educate people on what can happen to somebody if you're trying to feed them and a lot of residents don't want it at the time, but when they do, we do make it for them. So.
That's great. Aw, that's lovely. That's great. All right, let's see what's happening in here. I'm going to go ahead and shut this off.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. And the smell is amazing. Who doesn't like bacon?
Yes, absolutely.
Right? Bacon just goes good on everything.
Yes.
Look at this. Wow, and this was no time at all.
Nope, just a few minutes.
Yeah.
And you'd want it to rest probably, I would say, at least 5, maybe 8 minutes, or you'll be burning your mouth from the cheese on the bottom.
And from the bacon at the top,
yes.
too. This is lovely. This looks delicious. I can't wait to dig in.
Me
but
too.
We'll give it a few minutes just to cool off.
Okay.
And in the meantime, we'll see what Charlene has for us.
Perfect, thanks.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Cheese Dreams. 2 hamburger buns, 2 slices processed cheese, a half a cup shredded cheese, 4 slices cooked bacon, 1 tomato cut into slices, and butter. Cut the hamburger buns in half and butter each half. Put the processed cheese slices on 2 halves and the shredded cheese on the other 2 halves. Topped with sliced tomatoes and bacon. Broil in the oven for 2 to 3 minutes and enjoy.
Charlene, why don't you go ahead and we're gonna get to know you a little bit more now. We want to hear all about you.
Well, I'm Charlene. I'm a registered nurse here at Matthew's House. I've been here just about a year now, and I have loved every minute of it so far.
That's fantastic. And how did you come to Matthew's House?
I've lived in the area all my life. I watched it be built, the new house be built, and I thought one day I'm going to work there, and here we are.
That's fantastic. And now how long have you been a registered nurse?
I've been a registered nurse for about 18 years.
18 years, that's fantastic. How did you know you wanted to be a registered nurse?
Well, I wanted to be a doctor, and my math skills were not the greatest. So here we are.
Oh, that's fantastic. And so tell me a little bit about a day, what a day looks like for you at Matthew's House.
Well, I come in the morning at 7 a.m. and see all my coworkers there, and then we get ready for the day, have a look at report, see what's been going on overnight, and plan our day to make sure everyone's comfortable and happy for the day.
Do you have a favorite time or a best story that you can share with us a little bit?
We had butterflies come in, those live butterflies in the package.
Yeah.
And there was one lady, a daughter of a resident here, who loved butterflies. She had butterflies on all her clothing, and she missed the day that they were giving them out.
Okay.
And we had extras, and I scooped some extras. And I made sure to give her a couple of these extras, and she was just so happy by this. And made me feel good too.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yes, that's for our famous butterfly release.
Yeah.
That is beautiful. And that usually happens in the summer, if I'm not
Yes, it
mistaken.
does.
Yes, it's beautiful. That's lovely. I love that. What is your favorite part about being a nurse with Matthew's House?
Just that the building is so warm and comfortable, and it's a comfortable place to work.
It's a comfortable place to
Yeah.
work. And you get so much satisfaction, I can imagine, out of
Definitely,
helping
yes,
someone.
to make everybody make their last time at least the best as possible.
The best as possible, exactly, and try and help them live fully
Yes.
right till the very end.
Definitely.
That's great. And now let's get to cooking. And we're here with Charlene. I'm so excited. Charlene, what are you making for us?
Well, today I will be making some chicken Caesar wraps with some leftover chicken from the night before.
What a great idea. I love that. Okay, so what are some of your ingredients here?
Well, I got some chicken that I made last night. Didn't eat it all last night, so we're going to use it up today. We got some ready-to-go Caesar dressing, some wraps that I've had laying around, and some lettuce from the fridge.
Beautiful. Everything looks wonderful. Okay, so how do we start? What do we start?
Have your chicken from last night in the fridge.
And that's a great idea because you
Right?
don't have
Never
to.
eat it all.
Yeah.
And you always have to cook that big giant pack. So
Yes. And again, don't be afraid to buy that club pack that's on sale, and you think, oh my goodness, what am I going to do with six chicken breasts or whatever?
Exactly, but there's
Take
ways
it.
to use it. You could even put them on Marge's cheese dreams if you wanted.
There you go. You could put on our cheese dreams, which I can't wait to eat. They look delicious. And so you're just giving it kind of like a rough chop?
Just a rough chop,
Okay.
easy. If you can do it smaller if you need to. If it's harder for you to eat, and you can leave the skin or. Take the
I
skin
love you.
off.
I love you.
But
Who
I
doesn't
will
like
leave
a
the
little bit?
skin.
Oh, I'm so excited. She's leaving the skin. I love it. Yes, yes. You don't, enjoy food like me unless you eat some
No.
skin.
Exactly. And even if you have, those rotisserie chickens from Zares,
Yes.
it's great to use that all up
Yes.
too.
Absolutely. That's a great way to use those. Absolutely. Now, could you do it with any kind of protein?
Anything you got left over, if you got leftover ground beef from who knows what, roast beef, turkey, anything, make it into a
Anything
wrap.
works. Yeah. But for
definitely.
today, we're calling it a chicken Caesar wrap.
Yes. Did
Okay.
you want to wash some lettuce?
Sure. And how many leaves do you think? 2 is good?
2 is probably good for
Two is
this.
good.
Yeah.
All right. Perfect. And then what do you do next?
Then we get one of our wraps here.
So you only cut some of the chicken, not all of it.
It depends if you want to make 2 or 3. It depends how hungry you want, right? And then I just throw my chicken right into the center of this. As much as you want, or as little as you want. You could even throw some cheese in there if you feel like it.
Oh, that's a good idea. A little bit of
Right.
cheese. Now, what kind of cheese would you use with this in keeping with Caesar?
I use Parmesan cheese.
Nice.
Right? And if you got some leftover bacon, you could always throw that in there too.
That's
So I
beautiful.
just chop up this lettuce roughly and quickly, no fanciness needed for this, right?
Perfect.
And then you throw the lettuce on here. And then you get some of your Caesar dressing. And you just put as much as you want, as little as you want, whatever you want. You could use
Fantastic.
other dressings that you want to, if you like ranch or Italian, whatever you like. And then to wrap this up,
Now here's the debate. Everyone's always saying, do you go to the sides first? Do you do the top and
I
bottom
go to the
first?
sides first.
You go to the sides,
and then I
okay.
go like this,
Okay.
and like this. And then I give it a nice little wrap like that. And then when you cut it in half,
Oh, look at that. It's lovely.
all nicey nice.
That's beautiful. It's all nicey nice. I like that.
nice.
I like that. And now, what would you put on the side?
I like to eat this with fries
Yes.
or some corn on the cob if it's in season.
Oh, nice.
That is my favorite.
Nice.
Yep. Or even some chips. If you got some bag of chips.
That's a great idea.
Right?
Love that. That's a great idea. You can never go wrong with potatoes.
No.
Anyway, now I know Marjorie had spoken about. Thank goodness I'm not being graded on my English. Graded? See, there you go again. So she had talked about food
Yes.
and for the residents.
Yes.
What other wonderful services do they have that you guys are able to?
For me, I wish I could take a part in this, is the spa room we have at Matthew's house.
Oh, my
now,
goodness.
this is something everybody should enjoy.
Yes.
We have a big, beautiful tub that's got jets and everything in
wow.
it. And for even the people who are unable to walk to the bathroom, we have a beautiful stretcher that we can put them on and take them down to the spa room and get them into that tub to enjoy the bubbles and enjoy the warmth. And when you get out of that tub, we have beautiful heated blankets to wrap you up in so you are not cold on your way back to your room.
That's fantastic. And how do you get the resident from their chair or the stretcher into the bathtub?
We have a lift.
A Hoyer lift.
Hoyer lift that we can bring to the room and get them in there and take them for a little ride onto the stretcher.
That's wonderful. And I bet they're so appreciative.
Oh, they love to get in that tub because who doesn't love to get into the tub?
Absolutely.
Right? Have a good scrub.
Absolutely. Do you spoil them a little, put a few bubbles and stuff like that? I love it.
All that good stuff.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
And then when they come out, a nice, beautiful heated blanket.
And they're all smelling so nice.
Oh, and
nice.
feeling amazing, I bet.
For sure.
Feeling the love.
Yeah.
I bet they're feeling the love. I'm so happy. That makes me so happy. That warms my heart. I have to tell you a funny story about the warming blanket.
Yes.
One day it was a winter time and I was very, very cold. In my office, I was very cold at Matthew's house, and just because I get cold. And someone had said to me, "Why don't you take a heated blanket?"
Yes.
And so I took a heated blanket and I threw it over my shoulders, and I was sitting at my desk, and about a half an hour later, I was falling asleep. I couldn't keep my eyes open. And I went to one of my coworkers, Deborah, and I said to her, "Oh my goodness, I think there's something wrong. I can't keep my eyes open as I have this warm blanket around me." She looked at me and she said, "Maybe you want to take the warm blanket off you?" And I went, "Oh."
They do have that magic effect.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was so comforting, so comforting. So I see you have another wrap there. Why don't we go ahead and make another one?
Sure.
Because this is probably for me.
Yes. Another one for me.
Yes, that would be nice. Oh my goodness, the spa sounds lovely.
And the tub, it's so huge. It's not one of those tubs that you have at your house. That's for sure.
And you said there's jets.
There's jets.
Oh,
Yes.
that is just lovely.
And you know what? You don't have to worry about trying to get in and out of it because the staff here will do all that heavy lifting for you. All you have to do
Pesky
is
fly.
enjoy.
That's lovely. Now, I heard one time that someone was lucky enough to get their nails painted.
Oh, we have a whole basket full of nail polish and
so
nail polish
sweet.
remover
That's so sweet.
in the laundry room, and lots of our staff is happy to cut nails for anybody. And paint nails. Anybody who wants it done.
And I bet you that brings a wonderful smile to their face.
Oh, of course, who doesn't like to have their nails done?
Right? That's so nice. Look at this. And in no time at all,
We got lunch.
no time at all, we have lunch. You can even make it with dinner.
Yes,
Serve it
sure.
with a soup.
Yep.
A nice
definitely.
soup. But I do like the fries and chips.
Right.
I do love the fries and chips. That's fantastic. So with a few little ingredients, chicken,
Yep.
sauce, wraps, and salad.
You're good to go.
Chicken Caesar wraps. 1 cup cooked chicken, chopped. 3 cups romaine lettuce, chopped. 2 large flour tortillas. 1/2 cup Caesar salad dressing. Put some of the chopped chicken on a tortilla wrap and a handful of chopped romaine lettuce and 2 tablespoons of the Caesar salad dressing. Fold in the 2 sides of the tortilla, then roll it up like a burrito. Enjoy with your favorite side.
So here we are with Marjorie and with Charlene and our beautiful dishes of cheese dreams, cheese dreams. I should know that because that is a dream. And a chicken Caesar wrap. They look absolutely delicious, girls. Thank you. Let's eat.
Okay.
Oh, she's back. Oh, here we go. Oh my god. Oh my god. That is so good.
Are you ready for this one too?
Oh, yeah. Ready?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh, wipe her mouth. Good job, Marge.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I missed a spot.
You guys are good.
Thank you.
We are good.
This was fun.
I hate to give you this news when you're by yourself. Well, I said, what is it? She said, Linda died. I said, oh my God. She was sitting out having a coffee and no doubt a cigarette. And she said to Chuck, I just don't feel good. And Chuck said, well, I'm not going for a walk. Linda said, go and get me an aspirin. So he did. And Linda said to him, Chuck, doctor told you got to walk because your heart condition. So you go for a walk, I'm going to be okay. And he was gone about 15 minutes and come back, she was gone. Sitting in her lawn chair, 53 years old. The day that we got the news, I thought of a lot of stupid things, boy. But when you're taught, like we were here, that we all got to face it someday. But facing it and being prepared to face it, like I feel we are now, after getting counseling, that it just makes it quite a bit easier. We were so fortunate to sort of be instructed by our family doctor to come here. I was on medication, and sometimes that doesn't always work, and sometimes it has other effects. And he was the one that suggested, and he did say at the Matthews House, the help that you can get there, he said, is amazing. I always thought of the Matthews House as where you come to die. No, it's not. It comes to give you another outlook on life, like us. You know, when I came here, I was so wicked at God. Why did God take her 30 years my junior? I said, Dana, why the hell didn't he take me? But that's not the way it is. That's all thought. Well, after talking with her and the strength in that we got, I don't know how many people I've talked about it. Medication's one thing. Medication is a Band-Aid. What you get here, when you get down and out, you think of what Aaron has told you, and that sticks with you. But if I knew of somebody that was going through what I'm going through, or what we have went through, 100% I would recommend them to come and get the counseling we got. And to think for someone that can't pay back, can't afford it, it's at no cost. That's just amazing. Giving, to me, is a lot better than taking advantage. And the world we're living in today, there's just too much of the wrong stuff going on. And if more people would tie themselves into doing things like helping places like this, whether it be the Matthews House, the Campbell's House in Collingwood, or whatever. But these places have so much to give that people just don't know until they've had the experience that I had.